Our mission, though, is to define the protocol for cryptocurrency-based derivatives, which will then allow investors to profit from the cryptocurrency market in any market condition, bull or bear. Okay, so here's our team. First, who we are. We have some fantastic pedigrees. Our education first, Yale University, Penn, Harvard. I myself am a Yale grad. We have people coming from all over in terms of investing and consulting, as well as some of the top tech and advertising agencies in the world. So we're really lucky to have these great teams. Our first one I want to talk about, though, is our CEO, Kai Chen. He's based in Singapore. He's really fearless. He's done some amazing stuff for McKinsey and at Morgan Stanley. He actually started trading at age 15, so he's been in this space understanding how the markets work for a very long time. Danielle Sabrina, our Chief Marketing Officer, some of you may know her, comes from Huffington Post, a columnist there. She started trading at age 19, so we really do know the market very well. A few more down there as well. Here's a few more of our team here in the US. We actually have a team based on the West Coast, East Coast, and in Asia, Singapore, and Hong Kong. We have our compliance team, as well as our advisors here. We're really proud of these. We have, for example, Sam Cancun, who is a board member for the Falk Family Foundation. They're one of the largest philanthropic family organizations in Hong Kong. And we also have Nate Stein, who is our VP of Retail who is the VP of Retail Structured Products at Morgan Stanley. So he's going to be actually helping us create those products in our marketplace that we'll be talking about in just a second. So we're really proud of those people. And finally, we have our China team, the Olympians. We can't show you their faces or give you their real names right now because of legislation in China, but they'll be moving out of there in just a few weeks as we roll out our ICO and the product itself. Okay, so we're also very proud of our partners here. You can see a bunch of them right here. There's even a few more who we're in talks with right now. It's going to be an amazing platform, networked and interfacing with all of these different platforms and exchanges to make this accessible to the everyday consumer. Okay, so what is Olympus? What are we talking about? Here are some of the problems that we see right now. Now, first of all, it's not a problem at all. Cryptocurrency is at about $200 billion, which sounds like a ton of money. It certainly is. Although, if we start thinking about it in terms of everything else that's going on in the world, that counts for about a couple dozen Yankee stadiums to build. Or we can think of it another way as just about a third of Apple's market cap. So it's not exactly huge in the large scale of things. We want to change that. So for example, the stock market right now is at its max was 70 trillion, and the derivatives market, many, many times that at over $500 trillion. So that's where we want to be looking at taking the cryptocurrency market from today into the next couple of decades. Okay, so there is a need to try to make this market bigger, stronger, more confident for consumers, and we have a lot of things that we see problems with that we think we can fix with Olympus Labs. First, there's no way to make money other than when the market goes up. Right? We want to make more options for people to feel more confident in their investments, even if the market isn't going in the direction they want it to go. We're completely at the mercy of market volatility, and there's no way to truly diversify right now because even altcoins, they're all moving similar to Bitcoin, that original coin. And finally, investors really do want to be prepared with the tools to be able to diversify their portfolios. Right? We want to be able to have that diversity to protect ourselves from when the market goes in the wrong direction. So here's a use case for some of you who may not be familiar with how some of this stuff works. Bitcoin collateral. For example, if you are an early investor into Bitcoin, you may have just purchased a few and you don't want to get rid of them. You want to hold on to them. You just spent your well-earned money on those, right? But you still want to get into the ICO investing thing and you want to get using that Bitcoin. So what can you do? We propose using our smart contracts and our protocols to contribute to this ICO by collateralizing your Bitcoin. So basically, you're making a deal with somebody else who says, all right, I will loan you some Bitcoin to invest in this ICO. In return, you will pay me interest, and you are making the bet that the success of that ICO will outweigh the interest that you are paying on that loan from the other person. So that other person may be a little more risk averse. They still get a profit, and you do as well. That's the beauty of this. So the Olympus solution is our smart contracts and our marketplace. We want to be the platform. We want to be the bedrock for the financial, tech, cryptocurrency evolution and revolution as this happens over the next decades, going from those 200 billion to many trillion. So we have a smart contracts protocol in place. It's a little bit different from Ether, for example, or Ethereum, which is more general purpose. We are specifically for finance, and we also have the marketplace, where these products that we create, as well as other third-party creators, investors, anybody who has a good idea can make them. So let's take a look at how this works. So we have the Olympus ecosystem here. Notice some of the Greek names that we use. We take these because we think it's really important to be the bedrock, the foundation, Mount Olympus, where the gods in the Greek mythology lived, and as well as giving that power to the people, to the everyday investor. So the app is the all-encompassing envelope there. We have our wallet and our financial marketplace, and that's built on top of our zero-knowledge proof as well as our homomorphic encryption. We have a public blockchain that we are developing ourselves. As I said, it's specialized for financial tech applications, right? To make it easier for people to create products on our platform, as well as this financial products protocol that I just said. That's specialized towards developers and sophisticated investors. So, why Olympus for consumers? So we have a couple of different reasons why Olympus is good for people. First, we have this great user-friendly interface. I know many of you have seen different applications and products that are out there that may be more geared towards techie folks, people who got in at the beginning and really understand how this stuff works. We want to be able to make this available to people who just are getting into the market here. So we have this user-friendly interface. It's a one-stop shop. If you want to be able to pull in things from different exchanges or marketplaces, it can all be listed through ours. You can make those purchases through Olympus. It's all in one place. We have a diverse range of dApps and seamless wallet payment and integration. For developers, this is really useful because we have a development toolkit that we provide, make it open and easy for our developers to use. And also, look down there at the bottom, we have early stage funding. What we're going to do is we're going to start having hackathons. We're calling in developers, people who have great ideas for something. For example, maybe you want to make an index fund of the top 30 cryptocurrencies out there right now. You think that's a great idea? You can make it on our platform, and you could take it to a hackathon, create it there. Then we'll have our user base vote on the top products that they want to see on our marketplace, and then we will provide early stage funding for a handful of those. So we're really excited to sponsor that creation of products as well on our marketplace. So we do have a roadmap here for how we want this to go. As I said, we're trying to help grow the marketplace from 200 billion to many times that. For example, 20 trillion is what we're thinking about here. Huge numbers. This is where I think we all want to see the cryptocurrency market go, being able to profit from each other's interests and investments in products. So here's our roadmap. Starting right now, we're working on our minimum viable product, the wallet, and then the actual Olympus product itself comes out in just in 2 months here, and we are in our private sale phase of our ICO. Next week starts our pre-ICO sale, and then the ICO after that. We are currently at well over half of our $20 million goal for the pre-sale. So that's Olympus. Please come back and ask me if you have any questions at all. Thank you so much for letting me speak today.